Hello, hello. So this is just a quick spin through ClickUp. I've got some sample templates to run through. So the first one that I've got here is um, I've titled this Essential Steps for Starting Up a Business, but this could also be utilized for ideating new ideas through the business and just brainstorming on new directions for products, for manufacturing, for digital solutions, services, and the like. So it goes through ideation and validation, planning and foundation, product service development operation, and then launch and growth. I've got some placeholder tasks here: define the business concept, choose the target market. So this is for, I would say, businesses that are just starting out. However, existing businesses could utilize this for whatever purpose. The next one is one that I find particularly helpful. It's the to-do list. So I've populated this with standard tasks for the UK, US, Australia, but you can change this to whatever it is you want. Why I find this particularly helpful is I've got daily reminders, things I do on a daily basis, check bank statements and the likes. Then I've got some weekly tasks that I do, stock takes and the likes. Then I've got monthly tasks, and the fantastic thing is that this just recurs monthly, just reminds you and keeps you on track with duties that you have to perform, whether you do this yourself or you have your team do this. And then we've got the typical quarterly tasks over here that would kind of be things like VAT and all that good stuff. And then you have the annual tasks where it turns to company accounts and all that usual stuff. You could color code this, make this nicely populated. You can have one-off tasks, so you can have them recurring. So I think this is particularly helpful. And then we go over to a CRM setup. For the CRM setup, we've got the overview that kind of gives you the lay of the land, what that sales process looks like as far as cradle to grave, and I've got some information captured by way of flow. And then we'll jump very quickly to the leads board side of things. And for the leads board, you can just go from a new lead to all the way through to the end. Go new lead, attempt to engage. You engage. If they're unqualified, they drop off. If they're qualified, they move on to the next step. So that's just a good flow for lead management. And we have another one for deals, and that's new deals, and then they go through that process of lead qualification. It's new deal, discovery, proposal, negotiation, one loss. You can modify this if this varies from your internal process. And then we go to just typical contacts lists where you can store contacts of various individuals, and these could be automated to come from leads or deals and populate people. That way you've got just a nice repository of contacts. And then you can have a similar situation for accounts where you also are interested in the companies that these people work for. So you can have one company, multiple contacts. That would be the reason for having this. And that is it in a nutshell for the CRM. So that's leads, deals, contacts, and accounts. And then I'll move very quickly on to the next folder, which is projects. And for projects, we have just a snippets of various projects. So this project pipeline would typically be attached to that CRM. So you can have a CRM and have a project pipeline attached to it. And the fun thing about this is once you say the deal has been won, for example, it will automatically create a project for you, and you can take this and just run with it and automatically assign this to your team if need be. And that could just give you that automation all the way through that sales pipeline. And in terms of the status, you can modify this as well. And you can have where it's open, needs approval, blocked, at risk, scheduled, on track, and then close, just for easy flags for management. And then I've got just a few templates that can be created. You can create one bespoke for your business, which I thoroughly recommend. You've got templates for construction that goes through like land acquisition, contract admin. You've got standard change management templates. So if your business goes through a lot of change, whether that's in the digital space or physical space, you can have these change management plans kicked out for each change, just so the team knows what processes to go through, change assessments and planning, change execution, just to make sure that every change that goes into the business has been properly thought out, vetted, and approved by management. And we have other templates. This is architectural design project, so you can have this as well. This um, can be used for other design processes as well, but also looking at your specific process, it'd be great to create one for you that follows the exact steps you follow to deliver your service or your product. And we've got another one for remodeling projects that goes through, planning, demolition, preparation, structural work, all that good stuff. We have another one for manufacturing, which is slightly different from the ones you've seen thus far, which goes to planning and design, procurement, production setup, preparation, manufacturing, assembly. And that's it for templates for now. And then I'll jump across to asset management for you. So with asset management, this could be utilized just across the business. So you're buying PCs, you're buying projectors, you spend all this money, where's all this kit? So a board or a list to manage everything that's effectively an asset for the business. That way it goes out for repairs, you know where it's gone, you can track the lifetime cost of these assets across the board, and you can track PCs, computers, whether that's for you or your team. And this is just a great place to have everything, just visible, and you've got different views. You can go to a repair calendar to kind of see if you've got like maintenance dates for things, so you can plot all that in. So populating this information kind of goes out to populate that. You buy software, you've got renewal dates, you want to have them all in one view. This is a great place to pop all that stuff in. Okay, I'll jump into the next folder, which is more customer services. So with this one now, we're looking at tickets, for example. So if you've got a service and you've got a web form where your customers can raise tickets to say they've got issues, this is a great way to capture all that stuff. So all the tickets come into ClickUp, you track the information of the customers, you work this through the pipeline until it's fully resolved, and once it's been resolved, and then you tick the box off. You can get some customer feedback and log that here. You can see 5-star feedback, 1-star, and then you can use this to improve the customer experience as well. So that would be customer services. And how you would do this is there are lots of ways. You can integrate this with an existing tool that you have to pick the tickets up from your existing tool and drop it into ClickUp, or you can just have a web form similar to this one that I've got on here. You can have that embedded on the website. That way folks can just fill this out and it goes directly into ClickUp. Okay, that's it for customer services. Let's look at employee onboarding. So just jump into that one very quickly, and you can have a whole heap of employees and you're looking to onboard them into the business. You've got checks. You can have different stages. As you can see here, we've built like a 41 stage checklist that you can go and tick through for each employee to make sure they've all completed that. You've got the status as well, what's to do, what's in progress, what's complete, and then just across the board you can have all the information you want to capture. So what's their job title, who's their line manager, what's the annual salary, and then you can go through the different departments you have, and these could be customized as well. So we've got hire source, university, online. You can track that just so you know when you have another vacancy, you kind of can tell where people are coming from, and you know where to post first, what department they're in, hiring type, onboarding stage, where they are, if it's legal, if that's done, HR, substance tests, hardware status to make sure they've got the IT hardware organized, specific software they require, you can kind of code that in. And if it's a role that requires security vetting or checks, you can also get that captured there. Training status, you can also log that. And so this can be for the life of the employee in the business, not just general onboarding. And you can also attach any necessary information, just so one board you have all the data, you can see everything just in the bird's eye view. Okay, and then I'll go to another one quickly, which is more about timesheets and holiday planning. So we've got one here for absence management. So folks looking to request holidays and all that good stuff, you just want to make sure everything's organized and fully approved. Create a form like this. Folks will fill this out with the date of the holiday, and then once you've got this, you can approve it, and you can see where everyone else is sitting as far as holidays requested. If they want to tell you, they can tell you where they're going, just so if you need them, you know if they're contactable, if they're out of the business. That gives you just a good bird's eye view of where folks are, what's been rejected, cancelled, approved, and what you still have to review. So that's a good one from that standpoint. And then you've got the final one here, which is more like service timesheets. So if you have folks working, whether they're freelancers, employees, you can use like daily logs to have people just log what it is they've done, and then have this correlate to the amount of money you have to pay them, just so you can make sure they're actually doing proper business, and whatever they're spending the time on is stuff that you want to pay for. So this is a good way to have that. And then you've got the detail and table. And this is just a very quick summary, quite a few more, but I'd like to keep this video short. Get in touch if you think we can help you build a customized solution for you in ClickUp. And I'd be very happy to speak with you, especially to find out more about your business. Speak soon.